in this unit itself. In most of the book, it is like under this unit, and most of the book it's under other unit. So you have one more unit like chapter, which is economic reform, right? So basically what happened, see, however, some economists hold that we should protest our producer for the foreign competition as long as reaches us. See, owing to all this conflict, there was a conflict, right? Economics called for a change in the policy. See, whatever trade policy and everything was adopted, there was a drawback of it. Okay, so because of that reason, the economics call for the change, like they wanted to change the policy. This, along with other problems, led the government to introduce new economic policy. So therefore, we will be discussing economic reform. This is what economic policy is, right? So in the next chapter, we'll be studying about it, because most of the people were not satisfied with the policies like the licensing policies, the foreign trade policy, like that we'll be producing on our own. So they were not happy with that. So that's why they demanded to change the policy. That's why economic reform were introduced, like new economic policy 1991 was introduced. Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, others?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we'll just do the conclusion part. The progress of Indian economy during the first 7th plan was impressive indeed. Though we progressed a lot, our industries become far more diversified compared to the situation at the time of independence. So the situation at the time of independence, the situation was really worse, right? But we improved somewhere. India became self-sufficient in food production. First thing is that in India, now there was self-sufficient in food production. Okay, like things were enough to feed the own country, thanks to the Green Revolution. This was because of Green Revolution. Next, land reform resulted in abolition of Zamindari system. So Zamindari system was very much, you can say, hated by the people, right? So that was also removed. However, many economists become dissatisfied with the performance of many public sector enterprise. So as you know, most of the things were under public sector. So most of the economists, they were not satisfied, okay, with the public sector enterprises. Excessive government regulation prevented growth of the enterprise. So basically, the thinking was that government was introducing, or government was controlling other sector in a very large manner, and because of that, they cannot perform independently. In the name of self-reliance, our producers were protected against foreign competition, and this did not give to incentive to improve the quality of goods that they produce. So basically, people were asking India to produce everything, and they were saying that why we are asking you to produce this, because we want you to be self-sufficient, right? But somewhere they don't want to compete with the foreign product. So as I told you, for example, if there is a competition, you will always try to improve. But if there is a no competition, then you will be like, okay, no matter what, whatever I'll be doing, I'll be the highest one. Okay, so this is what happened, that because of this only, because of this foreign policy, there was no improvement in the quality of goods, right? And next is, our policy were inward oriented, and so we failed to develop a strong export sector. So we were basically inward oriented. Inward oriented means like we will be producing and we will be using. So everything will be inside our economy. We will not export anything, nor will import anything, right? So that's why we never have a good strong sector, export sector. Why? And because of this, India never earned money, because if you want to earn money, you need to export things, but India was unable to do so. No serious thought was given to promote export until mid-1980s. The need of reform of economic policies was widely felt in the context of changing global economic scenario, and the new economic policy was initiated in 1991 to make economy more efficient. So all these things, there were somewhere, they were negative point, whatever government did or whatever was introduced. So therefore, there was a need to introduce new economic policy, which was initiated in 1991. And because of this, economy became more efficient. To make our economy more efficient, we needed to introduce new economic reform, which is the next chapter. Clear, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone? Okay. So how we will do the things? We will do the things like, okay, first you people will be doing the the goal of 5-year plan. I'll just give you 5 minutes, and we'll read it out. Okay. In today's class, we'll just do these questions. Okay. And then I'll just share you the PDF, okay, of the question answers. so that you can have these question answers. We'll be discussing these question answer in the next class. Okay. And after that, like in the next class, I'll take your Viva. Okay. Plus this. And after that, I'll take your subjective test. Is it fine with everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm just explaining you what we are going to do today. Today, basically, we will be doing the in-between questions. Okay, you'll be reading and I will be doing in-between questions. And then today I'll show you the PDF of question and answer. Okay. And then in the next class, we'll discuss, we will have, so today we'll be doing this. And next class, we will have, next class will be on Tuesday, right? So Tuesday, we will be having your Viva plus question answer we'll be discussing. Okay. And on Thursday, I will be taking your subjective test. Okay. On Saturday, there will be no class of yours. Why? Because I have my exam on Sunday. So I'll be taking off for Saturday. So there will be no class. I'll just update you people on the group as well. But I hope now everyone is aware that upcoming Saturday, there will be no class. Okay. Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So just today read everything in a good way, because Viva you people know that everything is from the notes itself, right? So you need to prepare in a good way. And though I was not satisfied with your answer in the previous test, though I've shared the marks as well. So in this test, I'm expecting good answers from your end. Okay. I will try to include four or five for subjective. I'm telling you, I'll include 4-5 one-word questions, and I'll include 4 short questions, okay, and 1 long question, okay. And hopefully I'll be giving this long question on green revolution, so prepare yourself accordingly. Okay, this will be for 6 marks and the rest will be for 4 marks. Okay, or 3 marks I'll be keeping it, just to not make your paper that much lengthy, but I want good answer from your end. So I will keep 4 questions for 3 marks, okay, and 1 question for 6 marks. Okay, so I'm expecting good answers from your end. Read your notes. You have good days, like you have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I guess 4 days. So 4 days are enough to prepare a topic or a chapter. Okay, so just prepare it that you are preparing for a board exam. Only then you'll be able to score good. Okay. Okay, so let's just begin with this. So first of all, let's just start with the goals. So everyone will switch on, everyone will come to the first page where you started making your notes. This page, the goals of 5-year plan. Okay, the goal of 5-year plan till here. Sorry, till here. The 4 goals, self-reliance, all that. Just read it. I'll just give 10 minutes break like this, and we'll cover it like this only. 10 minutes I'm giving you. Just read it, and after that we'll discuss the questions. Okay, these questions we'll discuss. And if any one of you have any question or any point is not clear, just unmute yourself and just let me know. That's why I'm giving you the time, because I want result from your end, right? If my teaching way is not good, if you are not getting anything, just come up with the problem. Only then we can find the solution, na? Because at the end, what matters, your marks matters. But if your performance is not there, so somewhere it's me who is not teaching well, or it's you who you are, like you people are not revising, or you people are not learning. So we have to find some solution, because at the end, what matters is marks. But if you are not getting marks, it's everything is wasteful. From your efforts plus my efforts, both are wasteful. So let's just hope this test. Okay, so I'm giving you 10 minutes. You can start. Good evening, Amos.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay. Amos, basically, what I was telling all the students, it's important. Okay, so I was just today we are done with the chapter, right? So we did the conclusion part today. That okay, this is like there was lots of problem with the policies. Like people were criticizing it, so that's why they demanded the new policy, which is our next chapter, the economic reform, the new economic policy. Okay, so that we'll be discussing. So we are done with this chapter. Okay, so what I discussed is that today we will be doing the in between questions which we have. Plus, I'll share you the PDF of question and answer today, right? So this is for today. Tuesday you will have the class. Tuesday I'll take your Viva for this chapter. Plus we will discuss the question answer PDF. Okay. On Thursday I'll take your subjective test, and I'm expecting good marks from your end, like not from your end, from all of you. So there I'll be keeping 5 one-word question and 4 question which will be for 3 marks, and 1 question which will be for 6 marks. And this 6 marks question, there are 90% chances it will be from Green Revolution. So prepare yourself accordingly. And on Saturday next week, you won't be like I won't be taking your class because I have my exam. Sunday I have my exam, so I need to prepare. So I won't be taking class on Saturday. So this is the schedule. Is it fine with you, Amos?
Okay, ma'am. Thanks for explaining.
Yeah. Okay. So right now what we are doing, like we are, I'm just giving 10 minutes for each and every topic, and then we'll do these questions. So first of all, you are going to just turn on your page where you have written goals of fiber, and till here, like all the goals, before starting with the major policy initiative agriculture sector, just give it a reading and then we'll do the question answers.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, done, students. Let's just start. Done. First topic. No. Okay. Okay.
Done,
Check.
ma'am.
Others.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So you people will be answering this. Okay. Clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So I hope everyone is here. In next class, nobody will absent themselves. Okay, because you people are aware that you have your viva and okay, Mariam is absent today. So Mariam is absent, so I need to inform her. Okay. So first one, Muhammad Ayan will be telling me, when was planning commission set up? Muhammad Ayan, am I audible? You can even check my screen. Ayan, can you hear me?
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. First question, when was planning commission set up?
Planning Commission was set up in 1950.
Okay, good. What is mixed economy? Khushi. Students, am I not audible?
Ma'am,
Students.
you're audible.
Ma'am, you're audible. 1 minute.
Okay. So, Khushi, what is a mixed economy? Hmm? Okay. Amos?
Yes, ma'am. Mixed economy is controlled by both public and private sector.
Good. So, others who don't have their answers of mixed economy, basically we have three types of economy, right? Capitalist, socialist, and the mixed economy. Capitalist, majorly it is run by the private sector. Communist, it is, or the socialist is run by the government sector, and mixed, it is run by both government as well as the private sector, right? So, okay, we have the answer. Yeah. So in a mixed economy, the market will provide whatever goods and services it can produce well. The government will provide essential goods and services which the market fails to do. So basically what is happening, both government and market, they will provide you goods and services, or they both will have the control all over the market. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Others, Khushi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You were absent in the first class?
Yeah, ma'am.
That's why. You didn't watch recording,
No, ma'am, not yet.
but you have to.
Watch it.
Yeah, because you have to prepare for a viva, right? Because if
No, ma'am.
you don't, I don't think if you like you don't have an, like I don't think you have the notes as well, right?
Yeah.
So you'll watch the recording and prepare your notes. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So next one, Heba, define plan. Heba, am I audible? Yes. So define plan. You have the answer here itself. Just read it out. Yeah, students, you have to use your notes to answer the questions. Okay, I'm not asking you to just tell me the learned answer. You just have to use the notes. Okay. So plan. Yeah, spell it. Heba.
plan spells out how the resources of the nation will be used.
Okay, so basically what is plan? A plan is plan spells out how the resource of a nation should be put to use. Okay, so this is a plan. Okay, and plan should have clearly specified goals as well as the specific objective which are to be achieved within a time period. Okay, next is give the meaning of 5-year plan. Okay, so ma'am, what is 5-year plan? Basically the plan which is made for 5 years, that is known as 5-year plan. Okay, and next is what give the meaning of perspective plan. Ma'am, here the answer is any like any plan which is for long period of time. You can say maybe for 20 years or more than that. That is known as perspective plan. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now the question is why India opt for planning. This is important. Okay. So why India opt for planning? We'll have the answer. We have to scroll it down too much. Okay, so why India adopted okay, India opted for economic planning through 5-year plan to achieve the common goals of growth, modernization, self-reliance, and equity. Because India wanted growth, India wanted modernization, India wanted self-reliance and equity. That's why India adopted planning. Planning. Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Others, only Amos is getting, or others are
Yes,
also
ma'am.
getting. Okay. Because in Viva, I want response from everyone. So we prepare. So why should plan have goals? Okay, so why should plan have goals? To achieve something within a specific period of time, plans have goals. Okay. Next is what are the goals of 5-year plan in India? You already know. Growth, modernization, self-reliance, and equity. These are the goals. Okay, sorry. Next is why a choice has to be made in each 5-year plan about which goals is to be given primary importance. Okay, why? And can anyone tell me the reason? No. And the next one is how is economic growth in a country measured? This one, anyone? This is a very important and easy.
Ma'am, through the GDP.
Yes, through the GDP. Yes. And why a choice has to be made? Ma'am, a choice has to be made because we have very limited resources, right? You cannot produce each and every good at a time, right? And we have different type of society. So you have to decide if you are producing bed, so whether you want to produce luxury bed or the normal bed or the higher and lower like that. Okay, so this is what the thing is. So the thing is, okay, a choice has to be made in each 5-year plan about which the goal is to be given primary importance because we have very limited resources. Okay, that's why a choice has to be made. And in order, who is the good indicator of economic growth? GDP is the good indicator of economic growth. Okay, next is match the following. Prime Minister, he is the chairperson of Planning Commission. GDP, the more money value of all the final goods which you are producing, that's a GDP. Modernization, adaptation of new technology, self-sufficiency, avoiding import of those goods which can be produced in India itself. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next is what is meant by structural composition of an economy. So structural composition is nothing but is basically agriculture sector, industrial sector, service sector. This is what the structure, right? Our structure is made up of different sectors. And what is modernization? You already know what is modernization. We already did that. Now, what is modernization? Adoption of new technology in the production of goods and services to increase the output is called modernization. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Others? I hope
Yes,
you are
ma'am.
getting. So now you'll
Yes,
read about
yes, ma'am.
land reform and then we'll do these questions. I'm giving you 5 minutes. Okay, quickly read it out. Your notes, or I'm just you can read it from here. Those who don't have notes. Okay, students. So let's just start. Okay. I hope you people are done, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I hope you people do study, right? It's not like I'm just giving you the time and you people are not utilizing it. You people, I hope you people are doing that. Okay. So what do land reform refers to? Okay, so ma'am, what are land reform? You already know. Land reform refers to change in ownership of the land holding. Okay. What do you mean by land ceiling, ma'am? Again, land ceiling is basically uh fixing the maximum size of land which can be owned by an individual is known as land ceiling. Okay, when you fix that, okay, this much amount of land you can hold or an individual can hold, that is known as land ceiling. Next is what was the purpose of land ceiling? What was the purpose of land ceiling? Basically, the purpose of land ceiling was to reduce the concentration of land ownership in few hands. Okay, like a government then wanted that most of, see, there are few rich people and few poor people. So rich people, they have lots of land, but poor people on the other hand, they don't have any land. So land ceiling was introduced. Why? So that concentration of lands on few hands can be stopped and others can have the land as well. Okay. Next is, what are HYV seeds? Very, very important topic of Green Revolution. HYV seeds, you already know. Right. HYV seeds are basically high yielding variety seeds. Are seeds of better quality than the normal quality. See, you have one good quality of seeds and one normal quality. So this high yielding variety means they are something the better quality of seeds. Okay. Next is, what is marketable surplus? Marketable surplus we did, right? Where we did the marketable surplus. Yeah. The portion of agriculture produce which is sold in the market by the farmer is called marketable surplus. Okay, this is what the amount whatever you are producing. If you will sell that thing in the market, that is known as marketable surplus. Okay. Next is, this is what you have to match. Quota quantity of goods that can be imported. Land reform, improvement in the field of agriculture to increase its productivity. HYV seeds that give large proportion of output. Subsidy, the monetary assistance given by government for production of activities. So assistance means basically help. Monetary means money. So money help which is given by government for production purposes, that is subsidy. For example, if the fertilizer are for 100 rupees, but if I'll give you subsidy, then it will be for 80 rupees. So this is money help. The 20 rupees is basically the money help which is given by government, so that poor people can also, purchase this fertilizers and all that. That's why subsidies were introduced. Okay, next is, in which state were land reform successful in India and why? So which state? Who is going to tell me? Land reform was successful in Kerala and West Bengal. Okay. And next is, why despite of implementation of Green Revolution, 65% of our population continued to be engaged in agriculture sector till 1990. So this is very, you can say, important question. I'll just have the answer over here. Yeah. See, the reason that the industrial sector and the service sector did not absorb the people, we did it, na? That for example, if you people are good in economics, right? So I cannot expect you people to go for NASA. You cannot go for NASA. So that's why the people who were good in agriculture sector, industrial sector and the service sector, they did not wanted that person. That's why people continue to work in agriculture sector, because they don't have any option. Clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Others?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now basically you'll be doing the next sector, which is your industrial sector, right? After Green Revolution, it's your industrial sector. The debate over subsidies is all industrial and trade. Okay. And then we'll do these questions. Okay, I think everyone is done. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So at the time of independence, the variety of industries was very narrow, largely confined to. So largely confined to what? Cotton, textile, and jute. So basically, at the time of independence, we had only few industries, which were basically the cotton textile or the jute textile, right? Next is, what was big question facing the policy maker at the time of independence? This is one of the important questions. The big question facing the policy maker was, what should be the role of government and the private sector in the industrial sector? See, now they want to develop the industrial sector, right? So we have two sectors. One is your government sector and one is your private sector. So now they were confused, like what role should be given to the government and what role should be given to the private sector. So that was the confusion, right? Next was, why was the industrial policy, why was the IPR of 1956 was adopted? So why it was adopted? Basically, in accordance with the goal of the state, controlling the commanding heights of the economy, the industrial policy was, this resolution was adopted just to improve the economic status, just to improve its to the heights. That's why it was introduced. Next is, how was the private sector kept under state control? So this is very important. Easy. Who will tell me how private sector used to control states, or the how was private sector kept under state control? That what policy? Tell me. No one. Just take your notes.
System license.
Yes, pardon.
Software system of license.
You Heba, you are not audible. You are audible, but your voice is not mixing. You can write in chat box. Others, this is very important. How state was controlling all the sectors. That one thing. If you want to start your industry, you need to first do one thing. Only then you can start your industry. Or if you want to expand your industry, you need one thing. What was that one thing? Yes, Heba. Good. Through the system of licensing. What happened, students? Amos, Heba, Kushi, sorry, Heba, Kushi, Mohammed Ayan, Adib. What happened? That licensing, forgot. Why and how private sector regulated? So basically, private sector was regulated by through the system of licensing. Yes, no.
Yes, ma'am.
So private sector was kept under state control through the system of licensing. You need to study it, students. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. So I'm expecting that in these 2 days, before your Viva, you people will be utilizing your notes and you will be revising it. See, in case if you don't have notes, you can even ask your friends. Now you have that group. You can ask your friends that on that day I was absent. So can you please share me the notes? I don't think that anyone will say no, we won't be sharing. In case you didn't get any help from your friends, you can contact me. You have my number. But I want results. I want good marks from your end. You can reach out to me anytime if you are not getting anything. But at the end, what matters is your marks. And in this test, I want good marks from everyone. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Only Amos is okay. Others are waiting. I don't know for whom.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. In 1955, which committee noted the possibility of using small scale industry for promoting rural development? So this is also one of the important thing. So small industry, this is the thing, that small scale industry is defined that maximum they need to invest this much. At that time it was 5 lakhs, but now it is 1 crore rupees. Okay. Next is which committee one? Sorry. So in 1955, the Village and Small Scale Industry Committee, also known as Carver Committee, this you can note it down in your notes. It's important. First, you will write the question. You'll write which committee noted the possibility of using small scale industry for promoting rural development.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Others done?
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
So the answer you will write, just write the answer. In 1955, the village and small scale industry, also called Karveva Committee. That's it. Till here. Karve Committee.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Others done?
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Okay. Mohammed Ayan done? Heba done?
Yes, ma'am.
Heba done?
Just a minute.
Hmm. So the production, this you already know that there was a reservation for few products, right? That these products only small scale industry will be producing. Okay. 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 This one. In the first 7 5-year plan, foreign trade was characterized by what is commonly called dash, and technically this strategy called. This is also very important question. Okay. So here's the answer. Inward looking trade strategy, and next is import substitution. Okay. So this is your answer that, ma'am, yes, the first 7 5-year plan foreign trade was characterized by which is common known as inward. Okay, and technically this strategy is known as import substitution. Clear? So you'll quickly write it down. Yes, just a minute. You don't have to write this, just write it till here. Eva done? Okay. You'll write it down. This. Okay, then I'll show the answer. And even write the second question. What was the aim of policy of import substitution? Okay, done. Students, question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here's your answer. You just need to write this first inward looking trade strategy, and next is import substitution. Okay. And next is what was the aim? To replace or substitute import with domestic production and protection of domestic industries from foreign competition. Okay. Be very, very quick because I have one more class to take. Done, students?
Done, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. The last one. Okay. Name any two. The last one. Name any two industries which were reserved for the public sector during 1950 and 1990. Okay. Quickly. Or you can take the screenshot.
Done.
Others done?
Done, ma'am.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. So sorry for the hecticness. But the answer is telecommunication service and the national defense. You can quickly write it down. Why I wanted you people to write it down? Because of course it's your Viva. Okay. So you need to prepare one word questions. Okay. So I'll just drop the question answer PDF maybe today or maybe by tomorrow. So prepare. You have your notes with you. Prepare well for the Viva. Okay. This for